Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Mountain Migration. We're doing a bit of a different approach today. We're having a conversation with Mr. Muhammad Udin, Australian immigration consultant and global immigration researcher. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, James.
Thanks for being here. So we'll just kick off with a bit of an easy question, I guess. What are the biggest migration trends you are currently seeing in Australia in 2026?
Yeah, you know that migration is changing rapidly, the process or the trend. Australia is also changing its policies almost every month or every week. So it's getting stricter and harder day by day. So those who are interested to migrate to Australia should know this thing. Australian migration trend are also changing, so they have to prepare accordingly. Like Australian government is focusing more on regional migration, skill-based or need-based migration. Like they are focusing on the skills where there are lots of shortages, like construction industry, allied health industry. So if someone is interested to migrate to Australia or studying here, should focus on those areas. That will help them a lot.
Yeah, so we're going for a more strict approach as opposed to a broad approach.
Yes, correct.
Next question. What are the most common strategic mistakes skilled migration applicants make?
Yeah, that is a good question. Skilled migration applicants make a lot of mistakes, and for that sometimes they are not invited or they don't get the required outcome or results. First thing is they do not strategize at the very early stage for future migration. So when they come as a student in Australia, they should start thinking of migration or preparing for skilled migration application. So what they can do, they can prepare themselves for the higher English scores, or how to increase the points. They should prepare accordingly. But many students, they come to us, or many skilled migration applicants, they come to us and say, I have 6 months on my visa now, what can I do? So for 6 months, what can we suggest? There is nothing we can do for, like, if he has got 6 months on hand. So they have to come earlier. Another thing is they have to look for different options, like their regional migration. Also, many people only look for 189 visa, which is the Commonwealth government provided visa. But there are state nomination options, there are regional migration options, there are employer sponsorship options. So they should look for all these options. Some states even they invite applicants at a very lower score, like Northern Territory, Western Australia, Tasmania. So they can look for those options as well. So they should not ignore state nomination rules, because every state has different rules. If they don't know the rules, then they will make a complete waste of their money. So they should know the rules and regulations for each state and then move ahead. So these are the common things actually. I can go on and on, but these are the major issues.
Yeah, great. So it's not just about applying for the visa, it's about building a pathway from the start.
Correct.
Correct. The next question. Australia recently closed Business Innovation and Investment Program, while other countries like New Zealand attracted nearly $4 billion through investor migration. Do you think Australia should restart a business migration program?
Yes, that's a good question. As you know that New Zealand has attracted a huge investment from this program. What they did, they revised the program because the previous program was not very attractive. Then they changed some rules and regulations, and it attracted a lot of investment in New Zealand, especially coming from the USA. So this program has been a successful one. So in Australia also we had a program, business migration program, up until July 2024. After that it was closed because of some migrants were not performing well. That's why business migrants were not performing well as expected by the government. That's why they closed. So if it is revised and started again, I think it will be helpful for the economy, for employment creation, for I think job creation and for circulation of foreign direct investment, it will be helpful. So if the government starts this in a different manner or in a revised manner, that should be helpful for the economy. This is what I think. This is my personal opinion.
Yeah, great. Great. On to now a bit of a personal success story. You recently achieved a successful outcome in a complex visa cancellation matter. What are the key factors in preparing a strong case for a complex file?
Yes, we are happy to inform you that we recently won a very complex case in the Administrative Review Tribunal. It was a permanent visa cancellation. The client came to us very late. Still, we took that as a challenge and we were successful. So in preparing such cases, you have to focus on three things like preparation, strategy, and planning. If you can do these three things properly, and if you have strong evidence, and if you can justify that the original decision maker was incorrect, then there is a good chance you will be successful. So we applied all these strategies, and as I mentioned, we took it as a challenge. So we invested some time and energy in that case, and finally we made it. We became successful.
All right, final question for today. What advice would you give migrants and international students planning their long-term future and permanent residency pathway in Australia?
Yeah, that's a good question. All the migrants who come new in Australia, they have a future plan to stay or to have permanent residency in Australia. So I have some advice for them. They should follow those advice in order to achieve their desired outcome. So first thing is they have to plan well ahead. Well, as soon as they land in Australia, they should start that planning. Then they get ample time to plan, and whatever strategy they need to apply, they can apply. If they come at the very last minute, they cannot do anything. So this is one thing. Another thing is they have to try to improve their points, because skill migration is based on points. So the more points they can get, the higher chances are there. So if they can increase points through their English proficiency, NAATI test, which is a translation test, or all the other mechanisms available, then it will be good for them. So they have to strategize how to increase their points. Next thing is they can move to the regional areas. This can help a lot because regional area provides some points as well. They can get up to 20 points for moving to regional areas. And then what they can do, they can also look for sponsorship like employer sponsorship visas. Not only skill migration, they should look for other options. So for employer sponsorship visas like 482, for the regional employer sponsorship 494, and also there is a permanent pathway for sponsorship, which is employer nomination scheme 186. They can look for all these options. So if they apply all these strategies from the very beginning, I think they will be successful, and they should do this.
Great. So I think there's a theme going on for all these questions, and that's plan early and contact your local advisor as quick as possible rather than wait until absolute end.
Yes. You should, the applicant should get correct professional advice from a professional. Otherwise, they might get land in a wrong position.
And it can be very costly.
Yeah, it can be very costly because they invested a lot of time, money, and their energy. So it is very important to get the correct advice from the correct people.
Great. Thank you very much for today. I really appreciate it. And if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe.